Last year, we started Attention for Ascension, and we walked 312 miles from Gary, Indiana to Cleveland, Ohio. This year, we're doing the reverse. We'll walk from Cleveland to Gary to help try to reach and raise some more funds to support the scholars at Ascension. At walk312.com, you will be able to follow the entire journey. We'll be streaming. You can follow, donate, and purchase merchandise. Let's begin.
Morning. How you guys doing?
Doing well. How are you?
Oh, doing great. Doing great.
Good. It is day 8. It is a slow start to the day. We are almost at the route. I was about to be silly. I was about to say a little sooner than I thought. But yes, we are here. 1 Corinthians 10:31. So whether you eat or drink or whatever you do, do to the glory of God. Have you ever just given pause to consideration when you, maybe by now, many of you have had breakfast, prayerfully a little different than Lisa's breakfast. But as you were doing that, as you were eating whatever it was you were eating, as you were drinking whatever it is you were drinking, did you ever pause to consider that you were doing that to God's glory? That it was by His grace that you had the capacity to not only prepare the meal, even if it was something as simple as pouring the cereal in a bowl, that God gave you the ability to grip that box, to pour the box, to have a bowl to put it in. Many people use some variation of milk, that you had all the things necessary, that you were able to swallow, digest. Did you give God glory for that? When we begin to see how intricate God is in our daily lives, it just takes our praise and our worship to a whole nother level, that you are that important to God, that He gave you everything necessary, things that we take for granted. Like, how often do you grab a box of cereal and think that it was by God's grace that you could grip that box? And so just as we begin today, I want to explore what prevents us from giving God glory, for having that kind of endurance. And do you take joy in what it is that He has invited you to participate in? What I'd like to do is ask Miss Lisa to pull up a picture of the field. And so I want to use this for a couple of reasons, a couple of things. In our journey together, we have talked about praying boldly. We have talked about not giving up. We have talked about holding on to God until the answer comes. And now today we are making the switch to talk about doing things with glory, for the glory of God. I wonder what robs you of that opportunity. And I hope that this becomes an encouragement. Do we see the size of the field and get discouraged and think that our little effort today is not going to make a difference? Do we think that the field is too big for God? And how often do we go to God with how big our problems are, as opposed to going to our problems and saying how big our God is and how awesome our God is, and that He gives us the ability to just seed by seed plant. You don't have to do the entire field at one time. If you actually see, there's different textures of the field. And so are we willing to just celebrate what we were able to accomplish? Or do we say, oh, the goal is $3 million, I'll never get there? Or do you, one step at a time, praise God for the step you took, and you begin to see what happens, and you watch people catch the vision, and you watch people join with you to give you the inspiration, or to give you the encouragement, the love, the prayers, to take one more step, to drop one more seed. And so as we're in this journey, please understand that every little thing is actually an opportunity to praise God. Even if you're drinking water, having some cereal, having breakfast, walking, talking, whatever we do should be to God's glory. That it is His gift to us to be able to even participate in the situation that we're in. So, as we set the tone for today, I'm going to ask you to celebrate God in the mundane. Yes, you've got to plow that field again. Yes, there's a little more of that field that needs to be seeded. There's a little more of that field that needs to be watered. But as you do each and every little bit, it all comes together for God's glory. Don't be intimidated by the size of it. Just take that one step. Celebrate that He's given you the daily bread to go do just a little bit more. It doesn't have to happen all at once. God has the grace for you. Yesterday is done. Take one more step today. One more little bit today. And already today, if you have missed it, already today, you already have a praise report. Whether you eat or drink, do it all to the glory of God. And so, as you do that today, just take that as a moment to pray and celebrate what God is doing in your life and on this journey. I'm glad to be with you on day 8. Um, we still have the challenge out of the $2,500 dollar for dollar. I understand we've got some matching up to that, a donation towards that of $500. So thank you as we continue to take that invitation of the $2,500 match. Hope you are celebrating that. I also have an update for you in my own Skippy War. I sent Lisa pictures of where we are on jar 2. So we're coming to the end of jar 2. But as I shared, Debbie Laverso was kind enough to make sure that I had a emergency stash, which we will probably end up using tomorrow. Please check the scoreboard. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, I don't know where that picture came from.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
We do have a couple of people on. Al Szymanski is on and says, Sailor is waving at you.
Good morning, Sailor.
And he would also like to know, and I would like to know, how is your ankle doing this morning?
My ankle is well. That is reason for the late start. I had to go check in with the boss to get clearance to keep trekking. And so, yes, everything is checking out. We are in Edgerton, and we'll be seeing Indiana soon.
Your peanut butter dealer is on. Debbie Laverso says, good morning, Pastor.
Good morning.
I'm not sure she got to see. This is where we're at on jar 2. So good thing you got him more.
So, where were we? Oh, just to recap, hope everybody got a chance to see our interview. We tried. Hopefully today we'll have an opportunity to see if we can get any more interviews done, and still trying to find something along the trip, just as a little souvenir or something, but still have not found that yet. Tomorrow, and we will ask Lisa to make sure, and I'm almost positive she will. Tomorrow we will stream at 9:40 Central. We will be streaming with the staff and scholars at Ascension during right after their chapel. So we will have that time with the scholars tomorrow, just for us to be able to put some faces in action, some live faces, as a reminder of why we walk and the community we're building, and God has invited us to serve in this season.
Okay, so here's my question. Are we doing that in addition to the others, right? Or are we replacing something? That is the question. I mean, I'm fine with doing the 8, the 9:40, and the 11.
Yeah, let's keep the schedule the same. We'll just add it.
I think that's a great idea.
We'll just add
Sounds
it.
good. So we'll still be here at 8 o'clock tomorrow.
Yes. So yes, day 8. Hopefully we can get some pictures going here and give you some updates. Are there any questions this morning?
Karen Bodish is online and says, "Good morning, Pastor. Stay safe out there."
Good morning. Thank you. So it is day 8. The ankle is well. We will be getting you some updates. We have a little later start today, but we will definitely get to getting it in and have some updates for you at our 11 o'clock check-in and our 3:12 prayer time. And our verse for today is 1 Corinthians 10:31. I hope you have an opportunity to spend some time with 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 31. And I must tell you, I am prayerfully considering how we turn our walk into some type of walking devotional time together. But I'm planting that seed, and we will keep you updated as to how we can make that happen. But I think at least once a week, we should try to keep the community that we are establishing here in some type of walking with the word kind of devotion.
I like this one. John Light says, "We are enjoying the horse whisperer." And Leslie says, look for ducks. They talk more."
Huh. Okay.
There you go. Word from the wise.
Yeah, we'll have to check that out.
How far are you hoping to walk today?
I don't know. We usually just try to feel. We're at about 25 miles per day. So we'll see. I thought I was going to get a little more rain. I was actually looking for some truck excitement, but that has stopped for the moment. But maybe it will come back and I get to play and have some fun in the rain. But we'll see.
Okay, so what was dinner last night?
Sleep. No. I actually I had hot dog. Yes, when I got in. Yes, that is what I had. And then I had sleep with elevated ankles.
Don't see any further questions at the moment.
Mhm.
John says, I hope you have your border pass with you today.
Right. Yes.
So just a reminder before we, or as we wait for more questions, we do have a donor who is willing to do a dollar for dollar match up to $2,500. So far, we've had $500 matched, which turns it into $1,000. So for every dollar you donate, it doubles. So if you donate $10, it becomes $20. So please, please, please go to walk312.com and donate, and let's turn this 2,500 into 5,000. And Leslie says, what's the border pass?
From Ohio to Indiana. So hopefully they accept my identification and allow me back in the Hoosier state. All right, family. Well, I hope you have an opportunity to spend some time in 1 Corinthians 10:31, and I look forward to being with you at 11. God's blessings.
I am the walking pastor. I'm back. 312 more miles. Let's go. Last year, we walked from Gary, Indiana to Cleveland, Ohio. This year, we're reversing the route. The goal is the same, $3,120,000, one step at a time. Cleveland is where my ministry journey began. Gary is the home of Ascension Lutheran Christian School, whose scholars we are walking to support. Last year, we asked and you responded. Because of your generosity, we were able to fund academic support and we have seen test scores rise. We were also able to address much needed building repairs. Seeing where God took us last year, the journey for these scholars continues this year. We walk Monday, April 17th at 5 a.m. Follow us live at 8, 11, and 3. At 3:12 every day, we will gather for prayer. At walk312.com, you will be able to not only follow the journey, you will be able to donate and purchase your walking gear. All proceeds go to support the scholars at Ascension Lutheran Christian School. Let's go.